Now, Food and Drugs Authority boss Delise Mimi Darko has justified the authenticity of the antigen diagnostic test being used at the Kotoka International Airport for COVID-19 testing. Responding to some claims and concerns about the accuracy of results churned out by the machines, she outlined the rigorous processes every test goes through before results are released. She adds the devices are so efficient that they are able to detect all strains being identified now.
Including devices, and test kits are considered devices. Since COVID started, we have actually evaluated over 60 of these devices, and only a certain number of them have been approved. If you go onto our website, you will see the devices that have been approved for use in Ghana. So I'd actually like to use this medium to ask all Ghanaians that please do not use any device that has not been registered. And secondly, that home testing using test kits are not permitted in Ghana for COVID-19. So if I come back to the testing device at the airport, it is an antigen testing system. It is not a rapid diagnostic cartridge system. So it's not like the ones that you can buy in a box and you can use yourself or that people are using at home. Sometimes people get these things confused. And this was evaluated by the Food and Drugs Authority in July 2020. Now, the difference between this device and the other ones that people tend to confuse it with is that with the other test kits, you drop your sample on it or whatever, whether it's a swab, whatever, and the line comes and you read it with your naked eye. Now, with this particular device, it is an automated fluorescence immunoassay device, which means that it detects the virus by a certain fluorescence. And there is also what we call a nanotechnology technology that makes it even more sensitive. I'm trying to describe the device in as simple terms as I can. So when you go to the airport, you see that they put a swab in your nose, they put it in a certain solution. The solution is what contains the antibody. So if you have the virus from your nose will bind onto that antibody. They then drop it onto a piece of paper. It's called a cellulose paper. They drop it when they get to the machine. It binds again onto another antibody. So you have a sandwich, what we call a sandwich. So it's called an antigen, antibody, antigen, antibody sandwich. Then they put it into the machine. Once they put it into the machine, it binds with a certain nanoparticle that is on that strip. And then it is read by the fluorescence detector. So you cannot see it with your naked eye. All that actually makes the system more sensitive and able to detect the virus. Once this reaction has taken place, then you read it on an LED screen and it is printed out. I know that they give you a certain barcode. It is not, the people who are testing don't even know whose sample they are testing. It is based on a certain barcode that we all know when we go in for testing, when we come into the country. If you want to compare this to what the minister talked about, so that is the RDT, that is called a lateral flow. It is your antigen will bind onto the antibody and then you read it with your naked eye. There's no magnification, there's no fluorescence, there is nothing. It is less sensitive. And currently, we have probably registered only about 2 of those antigen test kits, 2 or 3 of them.